Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for a live 2020 Euro. Well, live Euro 2020 watch along. Sorry, fucked up already. Yay! Words of being live and fucking up. Yay! Yeah, Holland versus Czech Republic. Third of the first round of knockout games. Obviously, the winner of this will play. I'll go fucking wait. Will play Denmark in the next round. We obviously got through comfortably yesterday against Wales in the end. Holland will be hot faves. They started off well, okay, whatever way you want to look at it, they started off well. And yeah, as I said, they're going to be red hot favourites. They've got Delit, Davy Blitt, Wijnaldum. His name, the one that's time for Barca, fucking know. I can't remember his name now, it's gone from my head. He's played for fucking United. Is it Depay? I think that's the one, yeah. My head's gone. And then you've got the Czech Republic, very young, inexperienced team. Well, you've got like a solid check from West Ham and Kofal, but the team itself is very young, and obviously no one expected them to come second in the group. It was obviously consisted of England, Croatia, and Scotland, along with themselves as well. They were expected to be top three, but not one of the top two, if that makes sense. But they obviously got through second place, so this is their reward. Nice stay out against Holland. I don't think it's going to be as easy as people think, but I do believe Holland will win it in 90 minutes. Holland will not do what Italy did last night, make fucking hard work of it, trust me. If they do, I'm not going to be impressed. I'm going to go for a score prediction. I'm going to check you guys in the chat, see how you're doing. You guys in the chat, what are you saying for scores as well for yourselves? Who do you think is going to win? If it's going to be normal, like 90-minute win, or extra time or penalties, and all that. I'm going to go for a 90-minute win, by the way. I'm going for, personally, a 2-1 Holland win. I think it's going to be that close. There we go. The sound's working as well. There's no issues like we've had last on the new system. Hopefully we're getting a bit of a positive vibe, so to say, on that side of things. Just bear with me. Yep, the sound's okay. Let me know what you think about this overlay, by the way. If you like it or not, and this and the other, you don't need a bit bigger on the screen myself. Just let me know, and I can obviously adjust while I'm live and all that as well. But yeah, let me know what you think. Obviously, I obviously haven't done the overlays. The overlays you're going to see on this setup, I haven't done these. In any way connected to me doing it. It's someone else completely off their own back that's done it for me last night, and we're just gonna we're running it out, see what you guys think. I like it personally, but yeah, just do let me know. Pop up in the chat, as I said. Don't have to talk about the game. If the game goes dead, literally can talk about anything football wise, Arsenal related or Premier League, La Liga, or whatever. We've got the national anthems going as well, so whilst that's doing that, I'm out of this. And yeah, just chill for the time being. Do this, adjust that, move you up like that. There we go. Right. They're actually playing, but they're playing in Budapest as well. This is one thing I don't get about. Obviously, I didn't. There's multiple fucking co-hosts in this tournament. But in the midst of a pandemic, they've got literally everyone, even the co-hosts, travelling in and around Europe, basically. It's bizarre, because you know what's going to happen. We've already seen in the rugby. What was it today? In terms of rugby, three of the players in the South African team come up for the British Lions tour have tested positive. So not just them, but the entire squad have now got to have tests and obviously if they come back saying they've got COVID, they've also got to self-isolate with the three players in question. And that's in their own country. That's them there training in the same countries as each other. That's not them fucking jumping all around the continents, basically. Oh, my days, oh my days. Oh my days, oh my days. Yo, Cheddars is in the chat. Big up, Cheddars. How you doing, my friend? But you looking for, I was mentioned you last night, obviously trying to bloody eat the game. In the sense of, obviously, you got tickets on Tuesday. I bet you're buzzing for that now. England v Germany. You'll get value for money. No matter where you are, you're gonna get value for money. That's where you're sitting. Fucking hell. Because also at the time when you apply for the ticket, you don't know who's going to be playing. You just like, I just want a ticket for this particular round. Thank you very much at Wembley. It so happens to be not just England, but fucking the old enemy. Especially when it comes to this competition as well. Steve's in the chat. Big up, Steve. Hope you're keeping well, my friend. Let me know what you guys think as well. As I said about this outlay that's been created for me last night. There's an Arsenal one being created as well, but obviously not spoiling it. I'm going to use that for Arsenal content only, obviously. The Arsenal one is sick as fuck. Jesus Christ. I sold my leftover tickets to and made my money back. Well, I think it's fair enough. Fair play. What you didn't tell me? You didn't tell me. Where's the offer to me? I'm joking. Oh dear. What tickets did you have? What for Tuesday, or was it for another game you had leftover tickets for? If it's for Tuesday, I'm gonna be like, what the hell? Underway, by the way, just kicked off. The Czech Republic are literally kicking from left to right, so they're attacking down their right hand, well, what we see as our right hand side, and Holland going vice versa. Already, also Holland are in their all tangerine, orange, whatever colour you want to call it, or you want to call it yourselves. That's they're wearing their home kit basically, and the Czech Republic are wearing all white, completely. Even the socks, and some of them wearing white boots to match. I'm going to put a Twitter status out. No, I'm joking, literally. Yeah, I'm joking, I'm messing with you. Bloody hell. Having a joke. It's all cool. As you said, either way, as you said, you've made your money back anyway. Fair play to you. How do you pull that one off anyway? Literally. How many tickets did you have? Out of interest. Man, in fact, you made your money back for literally to cover everything. All tickets you got. Bloody hell. I bet your fucking DMs got bombarded, mate. Especially after, obviously, everyone knowing obviously who the opponent is and who's playing and all that. Jesus. There was a dink from what was that? Basically, Czech Republic players literally got about 35 yards out. Just decided to have a dink at goal, basically, and hit it over the bar. Toad's in the chat. Big up, Toad, my friend. How you doing? By the way, this is the first of 2 watch-alongs we're doing. Obviously, we are going to be covering the big one. A nice juice. I think so big and so juicy. I do honestly think tonight's game's going to go all the way to pens. I wouldn't be surprised. It's going to be so tight. It's unbearable. The only people that can have tickets are those who previously have them, between me and my friend who had. Bloody hell. Fair enough. Oh, Alex. Oh, we got one of Brownie's little friends trying to looking for him on the wrong channel, by the way. But still. Alex, no, it's Alex Kirkman. My bad. I thought it was something other fucking Brownie's fucking tormentors, sorry, but I do apologise, Alex. But yeah, Brownie, don't know what he did actually today. But he's doing a stream later on. I know that much because he asked me to come on. About Gareth Bale going to Cardiff. But how's that? He's not going from Real Madrid. Got you left in contract Madrid, yeah. Why is he going to drop the level or standard that he plays at to play at Championship level with Cardiff City? No disrespect. No, bloody I'll tell you. Can I have a word from them? Oh dear. Mate, literally. And I wouldn't mind in the heat when we had a little mini heat wave. Literally like 4 or 5 days of the heat wave we had in the UK a couple of weeks ago. Literally, it wasn't the next door neighbours this side having a barbecue. It'll be someone on the backing onto one of the houses backing onto me, either drive directly or just next door to them. And then what was it yesterday? Because I don't mind it in terms of the heat one, because it's hot, you want to enjoy the weather and have a bit of a best to wash up and all that crap, fresh air and whatever ish. Especially on top of I say ish because on top of a fucking terminal and Heathrow and all that. But yesterday, it wasn't crap, but it wasn't the best weather. It wasn't exactly boiling hot. Next door, but one on that side, got they all singing, all dancing, fucking barbecue out in the middle of the boom, and the fucking whole area was just covered in smoke at one point. Literally, and that was literally before I went live for the first. I think it was the first stream before going live for the first stream, and I'm just there like, I can smell something. I can smell smoke. And thankfully I was down there and I fucking smelled it when I did, because I had washing out on the line and I was about to lose my... If I hadn't been down there and I fucking smelled it later, I saw it and I noticed it. Fuck it. As in... No, too late. Noticed it too late. I would have lost my fucking shit with them. And again, it's literally... It's not like they don't... People don't know you got washing out. We all know... People can't see or know that people are putting washing out on their lines and all that. This time of year. It's just not... No... And he's just like, oh, you bastard, because in all the fucking, that smokiness gets into the actual clothes, you've got to rewash the whole lot. I was like, fucking bastard. It's so fucking annoying. There must be if you save it to join. Well, this is what Brownie's saying, that he's... And what's it? Brownie then posted something on Facebook. I'm trying to think now. Yes, this morning, sorry. I can't remember what time it was. It was about 10 after 10 this morning. He posted, like, screenshotted. Went on Sky Bet and he screenshotted some their odds. And it's like 3-1. He's like 3-1 favourite to go to Cardiff. And it was second favourite was, I can't remember what the second favourite was. And the third favourite was Tottenham at night at 6-1. Sorry. Any Chinese Super League club is 9-1 or was 9-1. Might have changed by now. But I think because it's the source where it comes from, it's Sky Sports or Sky Bet. They're known for randomly putting little random stories out there to get people on their betting site betting stupid money, and it doesn't come in. Oh well, we've made money out of it, But like I said, I think the player he is. He's I know he didn't exactly put up trees in this tournament, without all due respect. He is getting older and all that. And that HOLLAND, he smashed it across the face of the goal. They had a chance. They headed it, but heads it back. And then someone comes in out of nowhere from the right hand side and hits it on the volley. Basically smacks it across the face of the goal. On the other side. Looked at it. Oh dear. So, as I was saying, yeah, literally, he is, and it didn't work out. He didn't exactly go great at Tottenham. Let's be honest. It's Tottenham. Let's be honest. Again, it's Tottenham. I'm not saying he's the same player he was when he first joined Madrid and all that, and he's winning them Champions Leagues, this, that, and the other. Obviously, he's dipped off a bit, but he's not a championship worthy player, is it? Let's be honest. He'd piss that fucking league and some. He'll literally stand out like a sore thumb. It just doesn't make sense. Unless look, don't get me wrong, Cardiff or Swansea, wherever, there's a Welsh team in the Premier League, I could understand it because he's Welsh. He wants to end his career in his home country at Premier League level. But he's in a Championship. There's no guarantee they're going to come up either. I'm having real problems hearing you. My volume is at max. Don't know if I'm the only one. And Colonel's joined it. Can everyone else let me know if you're having problems hearing me? If so, I'll look into it. But I'll literally have to take the mic out and put it back on. If that's the case, do let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up if you can't. If you're having the same issue as Steve in the chat. I don't know what that is. No idea what's going on. Actually, no idea because literally I'm talking again. Because I have the sound bar on OBS, it tells me how loud I'm being, if I'm being too quiet or not. And every time I talk, the bar's going all the way near the red line, basically. Put it that way. There's green, there's a little bit of yellow, and then there's a little bit of red. Every time it goes full on in yellow, just shy of red. Volume is okay down my end. Anyone else? Bear with me. Let me have a butcher's. This will be interesting. You hear me back now, hey? Every time it goes full on in yellow, just shy of red. Volume is okay down my end. Yes, I'm fine here. I've not got it full. I've not got full volume on my phone. It's nearly full, but not full. It's loud enough my end. Don't know. Steve, try come out of the stream like completely and go back and come back in and see what happens there. Yeah, big up Colonel Boyle. Also, like I said earlier, these, as you're seeing on the screen here, scoreboard aside for a second, everything you see here, obviously the complete outlay and the graphics and all that, and these like games to be played, like games being played and games to be played, and all that on the side. That's all down to Colonel in the chat, by the way. Okay, I might look into that. If it continues to be a bit of a problem, Steve, let me know and I'll try to look into that actually. But yeah, I'm gonna say now, yeah, this is all down to Colonel in the chat. He done one for the Euros. He's done an outlay for it goes like, back to Arsenal watch-alongs and content and work going forward and all that. And gonna say now, where's that now? He's providing the thumbnails for the last 24 hours as well. The last night's stream and today's streams as well. So do let us know. It must be me then. Just about to do that. Okay, cool. Let me know. Let me know what happens. Oh, let's do that. Oh, is that be 1-0? Go on. Well blocked. Holland are literally turning up the tempo now. 12 minutes in, they are turning up the tempo on the Czech Republic and pinning Czech Republic into their defensive half of this, basically. Oh yeah, got the phone on charge, yay. Phone's getting low, battery's getting low there. So I'm not going to jinx it actually, I do not want to jinx it. Be my fucking luck. I'll say something and just go, eh. I do not want to jinx it. You know, if you know, you know. But yeah, I am not jinxing it for all the love or money. Oh my days, right. Back into this game. But yeah, let me and Colonel know what everyone else in the chat, obviously not direct, as in weren't involved in this, doing these overlays and the thumbnails and like. Can you let us know in the chat what you think? By the way, as I said, I'm not going to give away what the Arsenal one. The Arsenal one looks fucking mint. Obviously, being an Arsenal, I'm going to say, but yeah, on my days. But yeah, do let us know what you think of this one, and obviously the thumbnails that have been used so far. If anything, obviously, if anything happens Arsenal related news wise, and in the next few days or so, you're going to get your first glimpse of it, of what the Arsenal overlaying. I mean, I personally love it. But not to sort of, what's the word? Sway your thoughts, obviously. And tonight I will have, I'm going to, after this stream, hopefully it doesn't go all the way to pens and all that crap, Jesus Christ, otherwise I won't have the time. If this does the normal 90 minutes and all that crap, I will then I will be able to set up the bots, connect my Discord to the OBS and get the bot system set up. So then they've got bots in the chat and this, that, and the other, and over on Discord. You can join. You can come over, and you can do it now. Actually, if you want, if you've got Discord, the app or whatever, you want to, feel free to come and find us over on Discord, the Mr. Arsenal podcast, or anything else. So it's nice and easy. Literally, it's the logo the same as it is on YouTube and all that. Come and follow us over on that, and literally, because I want to build that community up there over there as well, to a point where obviously we can sort of share our chat all things football related, Arsenal related, and sort of you'll get first hand the links to all these streams that we're doing from now on as well. And then if you guys have got any ideas of what sort of content you guys want as well from the channel going forward into the season, you can sort of publicly put it out there, and we'll put it in the chat, going back and forth, and yeah, and all that jazz basically. Yeah, let's basically have a laugh, bit of an enjoyment. To be honest, if I'm honest, it's a lot calmer than fucking Twitter, the likes of Twitter nowadays. Twitter's just fucking, one person doesn't agree with it, and also there's a few snakes in the old Arsenal YouTube community as well. Just saying. You notice that quite a lot actually. It's quite even the ones you actually invite onto your channel of your own back, give them the platform, they build their own channel, they then decide to go and build their own channels and platforms, and then fuck you over and never talk to you again, and basically say anything and everything in such a way as basically confirm they never want to come back on the channel ever again, but they think they're the big I am because they go on the likes. They're now part of the football Terrence family on a Monday night and all that crap. Well, nice to know where your gratitude lies. Now you think you've made it. Yeah, just a bit agged. That pissed me off today. And the reason I'm saying that because this person put a tweet out today. I'm not gonna, after fucking coming on my channel a few months ago and all that, then suddenly launched his own channel, this, that, and the other. Basically, he then decides today, oh no, from that here on in, my channel is going to be non-existent. I'm basically just switching off, and I prefer to be a guest, a co-host, or whatever on other people's channels. And I'm only going to be on 3 basically majority of the time anyway, and they are going to be X, Y, and Z. The third one was the Monday night slot with someone else on the Football Terrence. He's not the only one, but in that they've gone away from the little clicks, I would say. Other people have pissed me off recently as well, hence why I was on the verge of going off on one on Twitter, but doing a video, I'm going off on one on Twitter the other week, last week, because they pissed me off literally again. Come on the channel, then decide, you know what, this is the thing, I want to do this myself, like, set their own channel up, and then, oh, so grateful for everything you've done for me, da 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 da, and yet, not one invite onto the channel, especially if this person's inviting any and everyone else onto the channel during his Euros, bar me, pretty much. You know, constantly every day seeing the person put tweets out, so and so, check your DM, so and so. That really rubs me salt in the wind. It actually really pisses me off. Because now I've got my guard up now, and literally I'm back to having my guard up and not trusting people that want to come on here and all that, and thinking they're going to just use me to get themselves out there and then fuck me over, basically. So yeah. Fucking how's it still 0-0, seriously? Ryan, did you message the guy that sells the arts? I haven't messaged him. Yeah, I think you mentioned it to me. I haven't messaged him yet. I haven't had a chance to yet, but I will be getting onto that in the next couple of days or something when things start calming down. With all this, once I've got everything settled here, I will be contacting him definitely. Why? Oh, come on. That's a bit of noise up there. Go on, Frankie. Yeah. Okay, I'm back much better now, very odd. Yeah, it might just be a connection thing as well. Sometimes that, I don't know. It is what it is, though. Steve, we live in a very odd world. Oh, just a tad. I live in the UK where the UK's government are now looking into why the footage of Hancock having an affair got out the way it did, instead of actually coming down on the person that's involved. Oh, it's bizarre. I mean, again, the UK government's not the only government that's bent, corrupt, and just not fit to run a country, obviously. But obviously, being it firsthand, I see it firsthand. It's just fucking frustrating because of the rules that have been put in place by the government, like, since in the last 10 years, since this current government, as in the party, the Tory party, got into power over 10 years ago. They changed the law straight away. So basically, when things go wrong like this, the opposition parties or other parties in and around, like Lib Dems or the Scottish and all that, they can't come together as one and put a vote of no confidence forward. It all has to come through. If there's a vote of no confidence, it has to not just be the opposition, like Labour, Lib Dems, and all that coming together. They've also got to attract some of the traitors from the Tory party over as well, and to get a majority that way. They've got to have a majority of the fucking, and obviously that means people are showing their true colours in the government party, basically, at any time, be it like obviously Labour in the future or whatever. So yeah, got to keep going through this crap and having people that don't have a clue what they're doing. Look, certain people are talking about now sending out links in the Facebook group chat. Yeah, they ain't got time to talk to me or put an offer out to see if I want to come on your channel. Like, oh no, that's too much. Paranoia in set, by the way. Oh, dude, gotta laugh. This game's dialed off a bit actually in the last 5 minutes. Jesus Christ. Don't do another Italy on me, please. Don't do another Italy fucking saga. Take all the way to extra time just to then go fucking gun ho and Czech Republic and turn to pieces in 2 minutes. That would piss me off. Hey. Oh, George Maxwell, big up George. Again, I haven't seen you in the chat before, so if you're new, do subscribe to the channel, my friend. Score prediction. I said before the game, I think Holland will win this 2-1. Oh dear. I just wondered, the guy that normally messages me to say you for additional customers. Oh, okay. You haven't got round to it myself personally. I haven't got round to it yet. Literally, I don't fucking time, but I will be doing it. Don't worry. You keep cutting out. Really? You sure? Let me double check my end. Bear with me, George. Bear with me. Bear with. It's fine. Everything's fine on my end. So far, touch wood. I don't want to jinx it. I will be doing it. No. Oh no. Basically, I know what you're saying now. Basically, George, because it's so I'm using a new OBS system at the moment. I'm sort of as of yesterday, basically. That every time I stop talking, this mic then cuts out all the sound around the room, so you don't hear the clock ticking or anything else, or fucking planes flying up. Because I live on top of the Terminal 4 Heathrow. It's literally like a stone's throw, pretty much. So when they go up, you'd hear it. So when I stop talking, you get that little bit of fuzz, like, as you say, cut out. Is this mic? It's stopping all sound basically. So obviously, when I stop talking, it cuts out. There's no sound at all. You just hear dead silence basically until I talk, and it picks up again. So there's that. Yeah, you frozen? No, not frozen my end. I am literally on the what's it called it? YouTube side of this stream, whereas part of the setup of doing this, I set the stream up on YouTube, and I'm literally watching myself live now with a 10-second delay. There's no lag. There's no stop start. It was yesterday. Don't get me wrong. Yesterday was a fucking nightmare. Doing the live test runs for watch-alongs. It was pissing me off, especially in the second game. At particular points in the first and second half, it mirrored times. It just, for some reason, the computer just wasn't having it. Basically, they kept dropping and cutting out and this, that, and the other. Whereas at the moment, so far, touch wood, it's all good here. But yeah, George, I haven't seen you before, so do subscribe if you're new to the channel. Do smash that like button. Yeah, but you saying I'm predicting a 1-0 win to Holland. Says, oh, that's what Steve said. I do apologise. So I saw the badge and literally I went for what was. So yeah, George? What are you going for then for score prediction? Who do you think is going to win, and how far along do you think it's going to happen? 90 minutes extra time or penalties? Colonel Ward saying, "Oh well, Wies was good in Bundesliga. I could care less about Sancho." What about Sancho? Oh, Alpha's putting the chat. Big up Alpha. One bit of me believes that Jordan Sancho will actually signed for Man United at this time, but then the news saga happened with Sancho. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm not. But in terms of transfers, just for Arsenal, for any particular club in England or Europe, I don't buy into it anymore. George is going for a 2-1. Czech Republic winning the 88th minute. Oh, fucking hell. Just imagine that. Jesus Christ. The thing is, if Holland get knocked out today, Frank de Boer will be sacked. Because he didn't go into this tournament with the best of backing from not just the fan base, but obviously results weren't going the way they drew against. They just drew against Scotland in the friendly just for the tournament and all that. Results and performances was nowhere near the standard of what Ronald Koeman got them up to before he left last year. So yeah, unless Holland get to a quarter-final, semi-final, like the next round or the semi-finals, Frank de Boer will be sacked. So if he gets knocked out, within half an hour, he will be gone. Mickey, are you the person that loves AF? No, I do not. Thank you very much. I have brains and standards. Thank you. I literally, in the last few weeks, have an upload on this channel, digging out Robbie and Chantel for trying to goad Ty into drinking alcohol, even though they know he's a Muslim and he doesn't drink alcohol for that reason. Literally, I've not watched a single bit of Don Robbie's channel or AFTV in fucking, well, Don Robbie's only recent, isn't it? So I've never watched any of Don Robbie's, the channel itself's crap. And AFTV, don't even get me started. I haven't even watched that in years. Literally fucking years. Because it's just fucking pointless and stupid, and it's just fucking tribalism as well at the same time. It pisses me off. Robbie's the best Gooner fan. I don't doubt. There's no getting around. He's an Arsenal fan. I don't mind. I'm not going to say he's a fucking Luton fan. He's not. He's an Arsenal fan. There's physical proof that he's an Arsenal fan from back in the days at Highbury, the Invincible season and all that. We've seen the physicals. I'm not going to say it. I'm just saying the channel itself has gone. AFTV, the channel itself has gone so far away from what it once was. I literally, mate, before this whole pandemic, because obviously I personally know Kenny Ken, Judges, Turkish and all that. So after matches home and away, I'd go and see them, and obviously their first protocol was obviously going to get their interviews done with Robbie and all that. So I know firsthand how things are dealt with, basically how things go about. And yeah, the channel itself has gone so far away from what it once was. With all due respect of what it was when you first launched it, by the fans, for the fans, and all that. Yeah, it is still by the fans, but there's so many rival fans subscribed to that channel now just to see the old meltdown and our fans tear into players left, right, and centre no matter what. It's sort of become a joke of the Arsenal community now. You sort of see double standards as well. I mean, also, before, obviously, God rest his soul, I also personally knew Claude as well before everything happened and all that. So yeah, again, as I said, I know firsthand, and I also know other people. Daniel as well, the blind gooner, who's to go on there a few times as well, every now and then. He's told me certain things as well, how things are operated, and how he was treated himself, off camera and all that, by people within the AFTV bubble. And yeah, and even doing it to him now. Hence why he's having to do what I do and all that, and sort of grind away and try and build his channel up the way he is. But yeah, it's frustrating because the idea of the channel and everything that he put up in the first place is fantastic. It's a fantastic idea. It was unique. It had its own unique selling point, this, that, and the other. And at the time, it was the first of its kind at the time. And because of it was just bad timing that the channel was launched in a time frame where things were going on a decline at the club. So you're going to see a lot more rants and this, that, and the other. It's just, and then obviously all the rival fans jump onto it. Even the likes of bigger YouTubers, the likes of Ethan, aka Bazinga, and all these lot. Every now and then they fucking pop up every now and then, do little uploads, taking the piss out of not just AFTV as a channel, and the way it's gone, but also the fan base, because AFTV is such a big platform nowadays. It's like the number one Arsenal YouTube channel, basically. Again, the subs don't lie, basically. Where all Arsenal fans are then basically rubber stamped with that sort of marker against their name. Like If they're like that, you must be like it, all like it as well. And I don't like that. Literally, everyone's different. No one's the same. If everyone was the same, it'd be fucking boring. But when they don't go out their way to sort of disfranchise themselves and actually tell their audience that that isn't the case. That everyone is, like I just said, everyone is different. Everyone has a different mindset, does things differently, etc., etc. That doesn't help things either. But yeah, I've got no personal problem with Robbie. Robbie's a good guy. Ty's a good Ty. I've known Ty. I've met Ty well before AOTV even came about, at members' days and things like that. I literally, again, when fans are in the stadium and all that, at the Emirates, I'm literally stood because I'm literally in the clock end. Oh, I think it might change that because of everything that's happened. Until we're back to full capacity, it might change. I don't know yet until they tell us. But I'll be in the clock end with him, and I'm literally 2 rows behind him. And sometimes if there was a spare seat, he'd come back one row, and we were chatting and all that throughout the game and all that. Bully, I've met Bully. Bully hasn't been there for ages as well, but I've met Bully as well back in the day, one of the OGs of the channel. Again, fantastic guy. Again, it's just. Again, that's what I'm saying. There's no personal vendettas or anything I have. It's just literally the way the channel's gone in terms of the content that's provided. Sometimes there's a bit of an overreaction from people. And there's literally the double standards. I mean, literally, what was it? When obviously Claude got kicked off in that same stream, someone else says something that could have been deemed as racist. I'm not saying it was. I'm saying it could have been deemed as racist. But that person was basically apparently told by the Kick It Out Brigade that no, that's fine. What you said was totally fine. But then Claude was basically just thrown under the bus, basically. It's happened a couple of times since then as well. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I just switch off from it, and literally, literally, I don't watch the content in years. And literally, unless someone sends me fucking clips now, on Twitter and all that, I don't really pay attention. Or if something really goes go off on their channel, it's fucking just spreads like their Arsenal Twitter community. Jesus Christ, do we all know about it? We can't hide from it because of how big they are. So you got me started now. Probably. George is still in the chat. Big up, George. Says makes me cry that Spurs keep coming higher than us. Soon there'll be bigger club Champions League. Don't get wrong, Champions League final did scare me. It scared me in the sense of, let's say it scared me. It's more in the aftermath of us getting battered by Chelsea days beforehand. Up till then, up to that result, obviously we lost to Chelsea, I wasn't bothered because I knew Liverpool would win. But when Arsenal get battered 4-1 in the Europa League final to Chelsea in 45 minutes, basically, the second 45 minutes, you start fearing the next few days. You start fearing the worst, and I was like, oh no, it can't happen because it would have been unbearable. Don't get me wrong, it would have been so unbearable. Even now, if they had been the first North London team to win the Champions League, fuck me. There's no coming back from that. We could go on and win 2. They could never win a Champions League ever again, and we could go on and win 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. But they'd always have that thing of being the first. So, but thankfully, Liverpool turned up on the night and did their job and finished their fucking dinner. In terms of them finishing above us, it's only been like 5 years on the bounce now. Nothing. We did it for 20 odd years and won league titles in the process every now and then, and cups and all that. They're finishing above us, and that's it. They still can't win nothing. So I'm not gonna go. Oh, they're a bigger club. They could be a bigger club than us. They could play their cards right. I mean, literally, they sacked Mourinho back in April, end of March, early April, when obviously the Super League went off and won basically, and we're now in the back end of June, going into July. pre-season is literally a few weeks away, and they still haven't got a manager. They're on manager search number 10 or whatever, 8, 9, 10, whatever. What we know publicly. Every manager they've approached, even went back to fucking approach Potts, and even he doesn't want to come back. It's like, no, I'm enjoying winning things here. They're literally being turned down left, right, and centre by everyone. Everyone. And also their best player in Harry Kane wants to leave. Oh, go on. It could be 1-0. Nope, well defended. Held on to it a bit too long now, I think, in my opinion. Tottenham are better than you think. They've got better. Don't get me wrong. They've got players that they should be higher than what they are. That's hard for me to say. But they still haven't won anything. I mean, let me put this to you, George. This is meant to. Again, I'm a vintage, so to say, Arsenal fan, going back a few decades, so to say, or 3 decades to be exact. Not fully give away my age here, but basically, in my lifetime, this is the worst that Arsenal have been at in my lifetime, in terms of the league performances and all that, the dip in form. But we've still won trophies. People go, it's only an FA Cup, but it's still a trophy. It's still a major domestic honour. But more so than anything, it's a trophy. It's a piece of silverware that we gift. This is literally meant to be the best Tottenham side since '61, when they last won the league. Well before, way before I was born. This is meant to be their best team since then. And they can't win anything. And you can't really throw, because of the fact that we've won the FA Cup a few times in that time frame. No one can sort of argue, well, look at Man City, look at Chelsea, they're spending it. We've still managed to win. We've still managed to go in there and compete at a certain level and win trophies, even at our worst. And you can argue that their pomp, their players are at a different level to us, competitive wise, but still couldn't win nothing. Our players are dropping off in the league, and massively, to the point in the end of Wenger's time, you could tell they didn't want him there. They were dropping ours in certain games, and it was pissing me off. But it was the case, and it was a massive sign that changes need to be done with Wenger and all that. But anyway, getting away from that. But when it came down to it, we still got to FA Cup finals and won them. They get to the League Cup final, and after sacking the manager literally 5 days before the final, for being too defensive, not really going for it, they wanted someone to have someone in charge that would go for it. Ryan Mason literally parked the bus. He did a Mourinho. And trust me, Tottenham are not. Again, also going to your last part of yours, one of your comments there about Arsenal being. Yeah, we are at this moment in time. Arsenal are on a downward spiral, and hence why we are shit. We admit this is the thing. We freely admit, compared to recent years, this is shit. The players and the club itself are in the shittest shit of all, literally of our lifetimes. There's never been a shitter time to be an Arsenal fan, basically, because of how shit the club's been run, the players, this, that, and the other, and the manager, whatever. But yet we literally this season just finished a point behind them. And again, I'm not claiming victories on that. I'm just saying, for a team that had, pretty much for most of that season, 8 months of that season, Tottenham had a world-class manager and an experienced manager, basically, a trophy winner in Mourinho. Oh, we go. Another corner. Was it be an offside? Offside, there you go. Okay, it's going stole. Um, what was I gonna say now? What was I gonna say? And yet we had an inexperienced manager ourselves in Arteta, and we finished. Well, literally, even when he was sacked, they weren't that far ahead of us. They're like 2, 3 points ahead of us. We literally finished a point behind them after 38 games. And if you go back to previous season as well, when obviously Yimmy started and obviously he came in, Arteta came in. Tottenham had Pochettino after just getting to a Champions League final. Things fell apart for whatever reason. Personally, obviously, him and Daniel Levy clashed heads too many times. He wasn't getting back the way he wants to be back. Blah blah blah. There's only ever going to be one winner, and that's going to be Daniel Levy. And then obviously straight away they hire Jose Mourinho, right? And he was in charge a month longer, from month and a half longer than Arteta was at Arsenal. We had Unai Emery after the back end of what happened in the Europa League final. Seasons didn't start off great, as we all know. It just got worse and worse and worse. Performances and players were scoring equalising goals on the last minute, not even bothering to celebrate. They didn't want to score. George, I'm coming to your comment now. I do not agree with that. And again, I put it to you that there's not one Arsenal fan that thinks Saka is overrated. By the way, but anyway, I'm going to come to that in a second. You're clearly a fucking. You've got to be Pete in disguise. You've got to be Pete in disguise. Now you're saying that. Got me on guard now. And so yeah, saying everything, we were like fucking way off the mark in terms of Tottenham. But again, Arteta came in, steadied the ship, so to speak. Obviously, had the COVID outbreak, so a bit of a longer time with the players. Tom Brimley returned, apart from Man City and Brighton, and then obviously the penultimate game of the season against Villa. We won every game basically in that running, and we won in the FA Cup away to Sheffield United in the quarterfinals. Won the semi-final against Man City. 2-0, 2-1. Well, I can't remember now. And also get to the final against Chelsea, and after going 1-0 down, we come back and push them off the pitch basically and win the FA Cup. Obviously, this, and then in terms of points wise, I think we were only up about 3 or 4 points off that lot when Arteta's half season that he had. That's my point. They've had a world class manager, or potential trophy winning managers, basically, an experienced manager. Whatever way you look at it, they've had an experienced manager at the helm. The majority of last season, and we still finished. We almost finished above them. There's a literal point in it. So this is the thing. Tottenham aren't the be all and end all. They're not this. Gonna be this well. They're not. Look, this team, this squad of players, they're coming to the end of their cycle. They're literally at the end of their cycle now. Hence, we're seeing the little dip that we're seeing. And yeah, whilst we're on a rebuild, they've got to start. They've got to start it now, basically, even when they hire a manager. And at this point, I don't know, I have a clue. It's half time, but the whistle just gone for half time. It's 0-0. Nothing really to sing home about this game. Jesus Christ, it's worse. This has been worse than the Italy game. That's saying something. But gotta say now. So, and again, don't get it twisted. I don't rate Mikel Arteta as a manager. Being honest, basing it on last season. Obviously, I want to. Obviously, he's not going to be. He's not being sacked. So I want to see if he can prove me wrong. And the thing is, this season, Arteta's got no excuse because we have no European football. He's got to be literally with his players every day of the week on the training pitch, pretty much. He's got no excuse there. If we are not competing for top 4 this season coming, with the fact we've got no European football at our hands, there's no more excuses for him. Excuses will be made by the Arteta Arteta lovers. There will be excuses from them, but there won't. For me, there won't be. This will be the final straw. Enough will be enough. We have to have higher standards. Look at style here. Colonel's in the chat saying it's not that the managers don't want to go there; they're not splashing the money on a manager. That's another thing, and but what you say there about they're not wanting to spend money on getting a manager in top dollar. That's again for any manager. That's all the managers I've interviewed, and some of them have been world class like Conte and some of them have been, they'll come in and they may do a decent, they may not. That's a massive warning sign to them, thinking, no, don't want to go there. And also the fact that in recent times when Poch was there, for the last 2-3 seasons back to back, every last day of the season he was going to be on the match of the day and all that, calling out the board, like Daniel leaving the board to back him, and they never did. So he just fucking had enough. By the time it come to an end, and that's another reason why he would never go back, because he knows what it's like under the kind of ownership and Daniel Levy. And because he was like, as I said, because he was so verbal about it publicly, others are then seeing and thinking, no, they're not. Why would anyone go? No disrespect, sort of. What managers of worth their salt that has any ambition in the modern day football is going to go to a club like Tottenham when they're not willing to splash the cash and back you financially in terms of rebuilding this team or whatever, bringing players, whatever players you want in and all that. You've basically got to sell to buy. And you wonder why Harry Kane wants to leave. And I'm now telling you, George is not an Arsenal fan, because I'm literally reading what you're saying in the chat. You are not an Arsenal fan. George, sort yourself out. Oh dear. Can't be saying things like Alan Pardew and fucking Mark Hughes for Arsenal. Are you mad? Oh my days. Excuse me. I'll put them in the... Oh my days. On my days. Yeah, exactly, Steve. Exactly, the Arsenal misfit. Exactly. He's got to be Pete in disguise. I'm telling you. Or one of his cousins. Was it the other one the other day? Said, "I'm a cousin of Pete." Off. It's Pete in disguise, and let's be done with it. Oh dear, it could be fake Sam, to be honest. They have a fake Sam with another account. But yeah. Let's have a look. Have a look. But George, while you're there, Arsenal fan or not, do feel free to share the stream around and obviously smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll love you forever. Put it that way. Steve in the chat saying not happy with Holland. Same here. Fucking, that was, as I said, Steve. That first half was worse than the Italy game last night. That is saying something. It's saying something when it's that bad of a game that we've pretty much spoke about for most of that half. My thoughts on AFTV, the channel and the way it's gone in the last couple of years, and my thoughts on Arsenal and Tottenham and where Tottenham are fucking falling apart now. And we're now going to see a massive decline in Tottenham, where potentially we could see Tottenham go down the route of what they used to be, in the sense of being a mid-table to relegation scrapping team every year. And people wonder why Harry Kane wants out of there. He finally has a brain to realise he has standards. He wants to be at a big club, an actual big club. This is cool, by the way, and literally, as I said, back on the YouTube side of things in terms of this stream, it's telling me the playbacks I've had so far, concurrent viewers, it's how many viewers I've got live and all that. And the average watch time that people are sort of staying in on and all that. So that's really cool. Again, on StreamYard you don't get all this. Why wouldn't Pardew be a good choice? He's available and this is... Oh my god, please, please, please. The guy is not even bang... He's worse than Steve Bruce as a manager. Fucking hell. And this is how I know you're not an Arsenal fan. Jesus Christ. The guy literally, by one good season at Newcastle, he got 5th, struggled, and basically got found out on a week-to-week basis. And also then went on to Crystal Palace and almost got them, and almost had them in a relegation scrap, almost got relegated. You're talking about their recent form, and that's why you think they're a bigger club than us, yeah? In your opinion. But I've just stated that based on recent form and where this is meant to be the best team. Literally, everyone says it. Meant to be the best team they've had since '61, and yet they can't win a League Cup, an FA Cup, nothing. This is, again, and going back to the Arsenal side of it, this is meant to be Arsenal's worst team in their worst period ever since the fucking early '80s, basically, and beyond that. And yet, we are still able, even in a decline of where we are. We are in a decline. We have been in a decline for a few years now. Let's not get it twisted. We have still managed to be competitive and win trophies. And the be all and end all of being a top club and being competitive is winning silverware, and we've managed to do that still. They still can't win silverware. There's no getting around it, no hook by a crook. It is what it is. Again, you can say, "Oh, I'm just saying," because I'm telling you, I'm just speaking pure facts now. We win trophies still in our worst period since the early '80s. This has been the worst Arsenal assembled top side at all levels, at the club, lit up from the board all the way down to the players, since the early '80s, well before my time. And yet we can still, with regards to Man City spending money, Chelsea and all that, we're still able to get to these finals and win, and also not just win the finals, but actually beat the likes of Man City in respective semi-finals in 2017, 2020 last year, and Chelsea in the final, respectively, both of them same years as well, by the same score, by the way. Just saying. And you could argue the difference between the 2017 team and the 2020 team. The 2017 team as a whole was stronger, still in a decline, but stronger than the 2020 team. The 2020 team was in the early stages of a rebuild. We still managed to win a fucking trophy amongst it all. Tottenham, the core of this team has been around now for 4 or 5 years, at least, and they can't even win a piece of silverware domestically, let alone the Champions League where they bottled it in 30 seconds. And they jump about going, oh no, Champions League final recently. Yeah, you got to it. Yippity-doo-dah. Did you win it? No. You bottled it in 30 seconds. It was game over after 30 seconds. We get to a Champions League final, and we lasted longer. We even took the fucking lead and led for most of the game, actually. We were literally 13 minutes away from being European champions. But do you see us gloated about it? About losing? No. Oh, Pete's back. Hey. Oh, what a coincidence, Pete, that you would pop up thanking George in the chat I wonder why that could be. One of your many accounts, hey Pete? No delusion. Pete, mate, literally, you've made it so obvious, by the way, that the George Maxwell is you. It's so obvious. One of your Looney Tunes. Apparently, you had your fucking nephew in here the other day, or cousin, or whatever. Okay, now. What can I do with you, hey Pete? Don't make things easy, do you? No, Pete. How are you doing? How are you actually doing, Pete? Now your club still can't attract any managers because you won't spend the money. Your best player could be going to Man City and playing against you on match day 1 of the season. Just to tee you in from them. Just saying. Oh dear. Suit yourself, George and Pete. Suit yourselves. And Pete, if you're going to start being a bit rude, you know the penalty fee you have to pay. You have to start paying again to talk in the chat. You have to pay super chats just to be acknowledged in the chat. Oh dear. Wasn't telling me to pay YouTube, by the way, but still. This is ball. Pardon me 1 second. Oh, let's have a look actually before the phone dies. Oh, have a look. 99 views. Fucking hell. Loving that. Appear doing something right. That's mad. Oh dear. Considering how these watch alongs went at the start of this tournament. Well, not just for myself, but most of the channels. Suddenly we are starting to fucking see our regular numbers, if not a bit more. Teams are now coming back out for the second half, by the way. Thank God I say that. Please, Holland, play better than this the second half. Play better. For God's sake. For God's sake, Pete, you've scared off everyone in the chat now. Oh, you've got to laugh. If you don't laugh, you cry. Put it that way. Pete, you're making it so obvious, for fuck's sake. You're making it so obvious. Oh my God. Just stick to the one account, Pete, for God's sake. You don't have to make fake accounts pretending to be an Arsenal fan. To make yourself feel better. Northern London is red. It has been red for over 100 years. It will remain to be red until the day I die. And beyond that. But Pete, keep going, yeah. Make it a bit more obvious, yeah. Come on, anyway, come on, get this back underway. Budapest, or wherever they're fucking playing. Anyway, we're back underway, yay! I do need to get a little clock countdown timer thing as well, so you guys know. So obviously, when kickoff happens, like boom, it's like the countdown, sort of not countdown, but obviously you'll see how long time's passed from in the game and all that crap. So far, I don't want to jinx it. I'll wait to say. Actually, I'll hold out to the end. I don't want to jinx it for this stream. I don't want to jinx it. As I say, I know what's going to happen. So. Oh, by the way, Pete, why should I actually? As long as you're still around. How you liking this OBS system set up? Obviously for the Euros, and obviously we've got an Arsenal overlay sorted as well. All courtesy of the Colonel in the chat. Is that another player down injured? He got winded. He got a bit. Oh, okay, yeah, he's got a bit winded, yeah. Looking the games ahead. So what? Belgium, Portugal tonight, and tomorrow we've got France. Is it tomorrow? France, Switzerland. We're playing on Tuesday against Germany. Then you've got Croatia versus Spain and Ukraine versus Sweden. I swear there's 2 games on Tuesday and tomorrow. 1 second. Let's double check. Maybe because during midweek I'd probably broken down to one game a day sort of thing. I don't know. Let's have a look. No, Croatia, Spain, and France, Switzerland. Then England, Germany versus, and then obviously Sweden v Ukraine. And the winner of both them games play each other in the next round. And Wednesday is no Euros, no Euro games until Friday. We get 48 hours Euro 2023 content. And then we're back again for the weekend. Yay. Then get a couple of days off, and then got the semi-final midweek next week, and then the final at the weekend. Who would have fucking thought we'd go that fast, eh? Excuse me. Oh God, what did George say now? George, mate, seriously, you're not helping yourself. Well, I say George, it's Pete. It's fucking Pete. It's literally Pete to a T. Ryan, just a quick note on the new layout. The scores for the other games is washed out, maybe a different colour would. And then Ken was followed up by that by saying, I noticed that I wasn't happy with this, so I added different colours to it. But well detailed, then when I update the score for the next match. Okay, cool. Now, I thought it'd actually look a bit better. I thought it'd actually ping out on the screen better. Obviously, yeah, the pink. I understand why it's just everything. It's just that, yeah. Everything else, though, there's no, literally loving it. Like, again, it's a clever idea doing that. Going down the screen, half that part of the screen, all the games, and obviously the current scores, this, that, and the other, like previous scores, and then obviously tonight the update for the next later on, or tomorrow, whatever. I'm trying to think what kind of. Oh. Ow. Oh dear, come on, Holland. Fucking hell. Literally got 500. I've got 500 virtual fucking cannon coins on this. You better fucking it has to be 90 minutes as well, which is a fucking ball ache. Oh dear. Ow. Stretching my legs. Otherwise I get pinned with fucking needles. Oh, I've got to put I've got to book fucking classes for tomorrow morning for gym. That's gonna be fun. It'll be the first fucking visit to the gym in fucking ages. Literally, since I started easing off, I've been a bit on edge about going back, but I've got to at some point because I need to get my aim of fitness back to where it should be. Because I can tell it's dropped off a bit. Oh, here we go. Go on. Is this 1-0? It's got. Oh my god! Why did he not shoot? What was he doing? 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and he sort of runs into the goalie. He tries to be clever with it. Just fucking shoot. You're 0-0, you pillock. But yeah, so that's the same about I need to get my fitness sort because I can tell it's sort of dropped off massively. Well, obviously the 4-month lockdown, whatever it was, and I'll say that the gyms were actually closed for fucking nearly 6 months, weren't they? Well, it was around here anyway, because of these fucking level 3 lockdown bollocks and all that crap. Before we actually went into a proper lockdown again. So yeah, I've got to do that, and obviously just get myself back in shape, that you can physically see me back in shape and all that. What's going to annoy me is I'm going to get back into the I'll do all this, get back into the routine, losing the weight at a sensible, obviously sensible level, losing the weight, toning and all that. Just as I'm toning, starting to build some definition, shall we say, in my body. Sorry guys, another lockdown, and everything's shut down again. This is Boris Johnson we're talking about. Look at that, I put George in a timeout and Pete disappears as well, exactly. Yep. Me too, 500 coins. Still don't know how I'm in Champions League spot. I was in Champions League spot last week. What's this? Potential red card, apparently. The VAR check for a potential red, apparently. Again, I didn't put my headphones in, so I'm not listening to the game. Oh. He's been sent over, I think. Oh, it looks like Holland could be losing a man here. Oh, well, enjoy Europe. Shame you're not in here. We'll bring back. Mate, it's like, Pete, you've not even qualified. You've got to qualify for the fucking tournament. One spot for a Conference League spot, and you have to qualify for it. You struggled last year at Europa League level. It's just delete. Oh, delete, you fucking idiot's gonna be red carded. Fucking idiot. If he's done that deliberately as well. What a fucking idiot. Delict's gonna be sent off. What a pleb. You can tell by the hand motion, of the way the arm moves, the hand and the arm. He's done that deliberately. In blind panic. He's gone. He's in trouble, mate. Hollander in trouble. Bye-bye, did it. What are you doing? He's gone, mate. He is gone. Yep. Straight red for Manchester. It has been given a straight red card for deliberate handball. Whilst being fouled, by the way, but still. What a pillock. So if I'm going to get through now, he's out. He can't play in the next game. In the quarter-final against Denmark. What a fucking pillock. You can't even say it's accidental. You can tell he's done it purposely because he sort of moves his arm in that way. And now literally advantage. Chuck probably got a massive advantage here, and they've got a free kick as well to upset in the wound. And Cafal was standing over it of West Ham. What an idiot! Here we go. Hit the wall. Oh, it takes a touch. It goes back to they've cleared away now, Hollander. And now he's been found by Cafal. Now Cafal's now been booked. That's a kick in the nether regions, yeah. Oh, yeah, I've seen it. Poor. Thing is, Steve, in the chat, it'll never beat the moment when you, what was it, like back in the night, obviously the 90s and all that. When was it? I can't remember his name now. I can't remember his name, but the Liverpool defender literally goes back to clear the ball and literally opens his legs and goes literally into the post. What is it? Literally, I had his name in my head. Now it's gone. Oh, what is his name? Phil Babb, I think it was. I think it's Phil Babb. Or how we pronounce it. Yeah, literally. Premier League game. Goes last ditch attempt to get rid of the ball, gets it, but obviously his legs are wide open, and realizes at the last split second, he realises, oh fuck, and just literally just takes the fucking full force of the actual post into his You see straight away, he fucking took the full force because he was down for the count in terms of being winded. Oh. Come on, put yourselves out. What's annoying me back to it as well, obviously being able to suspended for the next game as well because he'd been given a straight red. I made transfers on my fantasy team today, and I brought him in for the quarterfinals, so now I'm going to put him onto the bench and bring someone off the bench into his place basically, respectively. Like I say, just a ball ache that wasn't needed. Yeah, every time it does make it sort of tense up, so we say. See the fucking image of that. Ooh. Oh god, I'm actually bored and throwing fucking paperweights around now. Don't worry, it's not an Infinity Stone. If you watch Loki, you'll know what you'll get the reference if you watch Loki. In terms of the word paperweight comes to mind. Just talking gibberish now, by the way. Because the game's that dull. Unless we've got a corner? Is he giving away a corner? It's giving away one. Fucking hell. Not even December and I'm doing this soon. Don't forget, guys, while we're waiting for this fucking game to get some sort of fucking flow into it, do smash that like button, do subscribe to the channel if you are new, and absolutely share the hell out of this stream. Grab the link to the stream or the channel, whatever suits yourself, and share it like you wouldn't believe the hell out of it on Facebook via like football groups or Facebook Messenger groups, WhatsApp groups, Twitter, Discord if you're on Discord, and all that jazz. And like I said earlier, if you do have Discord yourself and you want to join, there's a potential penalty check. One second. Oh god, this ain't good. I think it's for the Czech Republic as well. No, it's been told. No, been told it's goal kick. Thank God for that. That's all they fucking Dutch need. Yeah, as I said, if you've got Discord and you fancy joining into my Discord server, feel free. Just literally search the Mr. Arsenal podcast. Literally the same logo as the channel you see on here on YouTube. Literally, that is that easy to find. When you do, obviously, feel free to come and follow us on there. Again, if you think anyone's going to be interested in joining us on that, follow us there as well. And share a link from that as well, and obviously vote there. Hopefully, if I have enough. I say this, it's 0-0, and I'm literally got the game kicking off at 8 o'clock, haven't we, for the next one? If this doesn't go all the way to pens and all that, and I have the time to fucking do it, I will be having my bot set up as well from Discord into here for the next stream as well. If not, it'll be tomorrow. So it depends on how this game goes. Depending when you're going to start seeing bots in the chat. That I've put a bot in the chat. Sorry. See, being more interactive doing this system, and I'm not going to fucking jinx it. In terms of, well, I'll discuss that at the end of the stream. How, yeah, I'm trying to stop saying it. I'm so hard not to say it either. Amazing how Pete's gone quiet all of a sudden, by the way. The second I mentioned about fucking them having to qualify for the conference, they're not even qualified for the one spot you get in England for the Europa League conference, and you have to qualify for it. And here he is bragging about being in Europe next season. Oh yeah, fantastic, yay! You literally, with Mourinho, you struggled to get qualified for the Europa League last season, for fuck's sake. You haven't even got a manager, and your best player wants out, and you think you're going to off. Oh, actually, genuinely now, if you keep going, I'm going to, and obviously Tottenham fuck up and don't qualify for the Conference League, I'm going to take so much pleasure in that happening, like more than I normally would. And that's saying something. It's amazing now, since I said that, by the way, that Pete has gone very quiet in the chat. This has probably meant I get a dislike. This doesn't bother me anyway. Oh dear, got to laugh. Oh my god. Now what's going on? You win a ball? That's a way that. Let's have a look from this angle. Because he touches the ball. It's not a foul apparently. Got lucky there, the Czech Republic player. That's better. Out the leg. Oh, this could be 1-0. It is. No, blocked. Last ditch block there from the Dutch defender there. Well done. In all seriousness, that should have been 1-0. The Czech Republic number 2, literally acres of space, goes to Curly in the bottom corner. So Curly placed it in the bottom corner, went to do that. And as I said, the Dutch defender gets his leg in the way and blocks it. Even though the game's been dull so far, now Holland have got a man less. I will be surprised if this finishes 0-0 by 90 minutes. Oh my god, what a good blocking in there. Because the keeper was stranded, literally he'd only covered his near post, literally where the ball was going. The keeper had already committed, and there's no way, unless he's going to injure himself, he's going to throw himself the other way. Save that shot. Oh dear. Oh, our TV's having a breakdown. Scoreboard's disappeared off the screen. Oh, that ain't good. Well, on our TV had one job. Even my scoreboard's staying up. Oh dear. Oh, that's poor goalkeeping, man. Come on. Basics. I might throw a party if they fail to qualify for it. I think can I be invited as well for that? Just for that alone. I'm not sure this would be considered a huge upset if Czech Republic won. No? Yeah, either way, if Czech Republic, even before the game, yeah, because of where Holland are, but yeah, Holland were the red hot phases, so we know, Steve, going by the odds that Scott got for his channel and all that. But no, yeah. Doing all this bollocks now. Oh dear. Game's that boring. I'm rocking back in my chair now and yawning like I was last night. That's how bad the game's in. But Czech Republic got a free kick. Okay, I thought it was a corner, but okay. I didn't see the foul personal, but okay. Must have missed it. Here we go. Ball's in. Oh, 1-0. Czech Republic are 1-0 up. There you go. Holland have got it all to do now. For fuck's sake. Seriously, Holland. Seriously. Wow. Okay. We're doing it like that today, are we? Okay, we're living it up Lafnick style. That was it, just poor defending and goalkeeping all in one. Here we go. Holland have now got, I don't know how long they've got that. The time comes back up, because time's not coming back up on the screen, so I don't know how long they've got left to come back and sort this out. Big up, join us in the chat. How you doing, my friend? I don't know how long's left. Clock's disappeared. 68. Okay, so they've got 21 minutes plus injury time to come back and turn this around, Holland. They better fucking do as well. So just a heads up, Steve, by the way, I'm not betting on tonight's game on Scott's channel. Hell no. That's too close to call. I'm not doing that. Fuck that. I'm going to toy soldiers. Well, look, like I said there, it looks like if Holland lose today, oh, Czech Republic, yeah. If Holland lose today, as it stands they are, they're going to lose this now. Frank de Boer will be sacked with immediate effects. Not exactly loved in Holland as it is, since he's taken over the national team and all that. Memphis Depay has been fucking shocking in this game as well. Non-existent. The average watch time has dropped, by the way. This is a bit concerning. Okay. I wasn't going to bet either on that one. No, it's too close to call. Maybe if it goes extra time in that game, maybe, depending on how the things are playing and all that, and what he offers for extra time. Because I didn't see what he offered for extra time yesterday. Oh, I swear now, if Holland had come out of their fucking shell and start attacking, I'll be fucking naffed off of him like where I was before. Players gone down in the box in front of the Holland fans and basically been waved away. And they've all been told. So Foul's been told the attacker's been told to get up, no foul, play on, but now there's a water break as well. Oh my days. Drinks break in Budapest because of how what it is. Have to this. We're gonna see a lot of this in the next World Cup, by the way. It won't be one drink break per half. It'll be like 2 or 3 in both halves. And obviously, when they get knockouts, it'll be obviously you get 2 in the extra time as well, probably. There you go. In terms of the World Cup, I mean, yeah. Frank de Boer's job is hanging by a thread. You know, the Holland fans are standing like they look shocked. Holland have not turned up today. This has been a dire game. In fact, fair play to the Czech Republic. They took the advantage. They've been given an advantage in the sense of did it being sent off and all that. They took it. Because I'm sorry, if did it doesn't get sent off, that free kick was still obviously given the set piece that obviously led to the goal. They don't. Czech Republic don't score that because of how part of its gameplay is he uses his heart to his advantage. That doesn't happen basically. Fucking hell, the next. So no games on the BBC until Tuesday. I have to put up with ITV coverage. Yay. If we get past Germany, we should get at least to the final. Well, as it stands, if we got through on Tuesday, we'd have to play obviously either Sweden or Ukraine in the quarter final. If we get past that, we're in the semi final against either Denmark or, as it stands, Czech Republic. So arguably, you could say literally on paper, we should get to the final at least. In that case, look, as it stands, whoever wins this game, whoever wins the game on Tuesday between us and Germany will be in the final. Should be in the final. So Germany definitely will be, but with us, it's a should be because what Gareth Southgate is our manager. But player personnel wise, yeah, we should get to that final if we get past Germany on Tuesday night. That's gonna be interesting, bloody hell. You've got 16 minutes plus injury time, okay. For Holland to turn this around. Quick. What's going on now? Is it going to drop ball to Czech Republic? The fuck? Oh dear, this guy's lost, the referee's lost a plot. Oh this game. 15 more fucking minutes of this, plus injury time, yay, as it stands. James has put a tweet out, see what James has got to say about this. Oh dear. I'm so fucking bored of this bullshit. There's gonna be decent games. Decent football, for fuck's sake. I have this sort of level of fucking shithousery crap. Start the football, when I asked to get back underway and the season starts again. I'm physically going to be there as well, for fuck's sake. Certain games. And then obviously the capacities and all that. Oh my god, there's no one there. There's a massive chance of Holland. No one, everyone, all the attackers are stood there hoping the ball would come to them. Yeah, big up Colonel says a good goal by the Czech Republic. Don't want to verse them or even give them free kicks or free crosses now. Well, again, as again Premier League, we've watched Premier League and all that. We've done our folk pretty much the whole season, really. All the games been shown live. But we've known for the last year and a half, the likes of CZECH, what his aerial play. One of his main threats is his aerial play. So yeah, as he said, crosses and all that. So it was a no-go, like saying that. He just had a shot there. He had the ball, and everyone just backed off him until he said a little pop at goal. And easy save, but he made hard work with the goalkeeper. John's saying I still think Italy or France will win it though. Oh yeah, France. It'd be one of them two, but obviously I've still got to stick with Italy because obviously I've got a bet on them and all that. But last night sort of put me on guard a bit. But yeah, no one else comes close to them in their day. The thing is, we could potentially have a France v Italy semi-final if they both get that far. Tend to agree, John. So far, every favourite has had a bad game so far. Yeah. And it's Holland's turn today, and they're getting punted and then losing. But they're going to be knocked out as it stands. Oh my days. Honestly, I can't see Holland scoring. By the way they're playing. And tedious. So James Road, regular on the channel, he just tweeted out basically saying there's shades of Holland versus Croatia and all that from 2008, I think he said, something like that. Another pre-ascending games in years gone by where the Dutch have got ahead of themselves thinking they'd already won the game before kicking the ball. I can't disagree with him. In all honesty, deep down, I was hoping with how the sort of draws have panned out once that. 2-0. Holland are out. The Czech Republic have scored. Czech has scored another goal in this tournament. And that's it, Holland are gone. Just like that. Frank de Boer's going to be sacked. Within the hour. Guarantee it. Good goal as well. Good build-up play. You can't really say they don't deserve to be winning. There we go. There we go. Great goal by, yeah, James is right, yeah. Yeah, so, as soon as I said it, as soon as I started mentioning what you were saying, literally, Czech Republic is there, that goal just came out and boom. But again, critical, might be a bit overcritical, but the goalkeeper's at his near post. What is he doing? But basically, yeah, Honda fucking just dropped a massive clanger today. I can't actually, correct me if I'm wrong, I can't actually remember a time where Holland have actually tested their goalkeeper in this match. It's like 10 minutes, there's only 10 minutes left. They've now got to score 2 goals in 10 minutes to save their fucking blushes here and doing Italy. Patrick Van Harnak's been taken off for an attacker. Too late now, isn't it, you fucking idiots? No one attacks it. It crosses it in Memphis there. No one attacks it. This is absolutely crazy. So potentially, as it stands, is obviously assuming England get through on Tuesday on our game. So we could have a repeat of our final group game against Czech Republic for us in the final. Fucking hell. Oh my god. Fucking great. Just assuming we get that far, I think Germany be honestly a bit too much for us. Because we've got a manager that knows what he's doing of. Even though he's on his way out. So I'll be shocked if I don't come back if I come back any later at any point, either before or during the stream, we don't get news that Frank de Boer's been sacked. I'll be shocked. Because even I think the Dutch themselves would, even though obviously in terms of the manager that they've not had gone into this with blind faith in him, because of how they qualified under Ronald Koeman and all that for this, their expectations were a lot higher than just getting to the first knockout round. It's these sort of games. I mean, their group was piss easy. Let's be honest. That's North Macedonia and all that. Even then, North Macedonia got in their defence quite a few times. It was just their offside all the fucking time. This sort of game gives us again. It's pretty much like the England situation in the sense of whenever we come up against decent opposition in these knockout games, we either struggle and just get rid by the skin of our teeth, or we get beaten. And most of the time, we get beaten. It's not. I'm sorry, Holland, with the expectations of at least a quarterfinal or semi-final spot instead of not first knockout round. Even like their first tournament they've qualified for, and out of the last three tournaments we've had, World Cup and Euros respectively, their expectations are a lot higher than getting to the first knockout round. Let's be honest, and they're going to get away from it. They've got the player personnel, and lots of Frankie de Jong and all that, Memphis Depay, etc. Wijnaldum. That it shouldn't be struggling. It shouldn't be like this basically. Frankie de Jong's been booked, by the way, for discipline. Imagine Czech Republic go and win this tournament, by the way. I reckon that would be mad. It won't be as mad as what with Greece won, but it'll probably be on that same level, similar level, really. It doesn't know 2004, fucking hell. Greece has shithoused their way to. David Luiz has come on, yeah. David. If you know, you know. From the other night, if you know, you know. David, give us a wave. David, give us a wave. Listen, and also, in terms of, it's all really good saying, obviously, I'm saying about, obviously, Dutch FA, obviously, possibly sacking Frank de Boer, but they're in a position now where who else is out there at the moment that's going to come in and actually reinvigorate this team and get their levels back to where they were under Koeman. Yeah, because for all the criticism that Ronald Koeman gets at club level as a manager, he fucking got he was onto something when he was a manager of Holland. No, I said if this tournament taking place last year, when it was meant to, obviously, and Koeman was obviously still in charge at the time, Holland, I honestly think Holland would have won this tournament under Koeman. But nope, that was never going to happen once he left and fucking they went for Frank de Boer, which made no sense because since he left Ajax, he had success at Ajax and left them and moved on to pastures new and all that. His managerial career has been patchy to say the least. Very patchy, has been bad. Let's be honest. So we've got Czech Republic versus Denmark, not obviously tomorrow, but for the quarter final. That's going to be an interesting game. Very, very tight. I think Denmark might get over the line just, but it's going to be like literally like a goal in it, if that. If not go to penalties. It's that sort of game. Now, apparently I've got a quote. The guy's quote tweeted me or something, I don't know. Gary, mate, you're literally pick up yourself, but you're quite retweeted a stream from literally 5 days ago. Pick up yourself anyway, appreciate it. Just stunned at how poor the writing was on the wall. The second Dillick got sent off, this was always gonna happen. Let's see how we're doing for views from my phone Louise. Are we into the hundreds yet? We were just shy of it before, at half time. 148. Here now. Doing something right at least. Yep, Pete gave us his complimentary dislike. Oh, Peter. The fuck was that for clearance? Jesus Christ. And under. Oh, we're gonna make this interesting last few minutes? Nope, you bottled it. Cross it, you dickhead, cross it. Good strength. All idiots. A lot of them. Oh, fucking hell. Also, Cheddar's obviously going to the game on Tuesday. What time have you got to be at Wembley to get in? Because obviously you have to go through testing, won't you, and all that crap, I'm assuming. But don't do what troops did. Don't take cameras in. You're in trouble. Looking at the rest of this round, I would not say there's a clear favourite from the exemption of France, and even they had a bad game. France and Italy, as I was saying earlier, France and Italy are the two standout teams really. As you said, even them two have had bad games, a bad game so far. France against Hungary, and Italy last night against fucking Austria. How much more injury time have fucking Holland got to go through now? Go on. Let's see. 6 minutes. Where's the 6 minutes come from? My God, there's time for a third. There's time for a third. Oh my days. I want to say it. With 6 minutes to go, this stream has gone perfect so far. With 6 minutes to go, obviously. Literally no frames have been dropped. There's been no lag. Literally nothing bad's happened. Touch wood. Oh my days, that actually does help put me at rest that you know what, this system can work. And will work. Oh dear. Making more subs now. Shaq or Sheet. How you pronounce his fucking name. He's going off for Kimsek. This is intimidated. Oh dear. I wonder if De Bruyne is starting today. Surely De Bruyne is starting. Surely. Have a look quickly before it dies on me. Just chicken. So literally, I thought they were. Jesus Christ. Thibaut Courtois in goal, Oderweireld, Thomas Vermaelen, and Jan Vertonghen as a back three. Thomas Meunier, Thorgan Hazard, Axel Witsel, Yuri Tillemans in midfield, and the forward three of Kevin De Bruyne and Lukaku and Eden Hazard. Technically, it has been a good stream, says Steve in the chat. He says, congratulations. Well, that's what I'm saying. So, in terms of, we usually say, because literally, if anyone doesn't know, we did a stream, we started using OBS yesterday, and for both streams, there was moments where it was just lagging, it was dropping frames and lagging out, and freezing and all that bollocks. So far, we haven't had that in this one. And as I said, from that, it gives me hope that this system can work and going forward for the channel and all that. In that sense, got literally 2.5 minutes to go as well. Yay. Come on. I think as soon as I end this stream, I've got to set the next stream as well straight away, and then turn the computer off for a bit, have a little breather, and then come back and go again for the next match. And it's not available. It's spitting up. It's like annoying. No, we're all good. 2 more minutes of this bollocks. Even though we know the fucking game's gone now, literally. I can't end the stream because it'd be out of order because it is a watch along technically. So hopefully as well, Steve, obviously hopefully I'll see you in the next stream as well for the Belgium-Portugal game. And as I said, Colonel, he's going to sort out the font on the scoreboard thing in the score column itself. Sort that out, hopefully, and yeah, we'll go from that basically. It should be all good on that side of things with the overlay. And obviously, again, I'm getting the time to do it, so I'm going to have time to do the bots system as well. Get the bots ready, or bots, whatever I can call it. connect it all up to the fucking Discord and this and all that crap. Oh my days. Literally got an hour. Yay. Seconds to go until he's going to be giving the call from the Dutch FA to turn the piss off. But yeah, I was saying earlier, I was hoping, obviously, the way to draw it looked to be panning out. I was hoping for a Holland versus England semi-final. Just so they can obviously get them James on the move. Obviously, he talk all things Holland v England, basically. Do a bit of a preview. Sort of get the vibe of how things are over in Holland. Obviously, I can still do that, but obviously it won't be for an England v Holland preview, though. It'll just be a normal sort of podcast sort of thing, yeah. Sort of reaction. So we'll be at the next one, but I have to do a quick shot first. Yeah, no problem. Literally, just don't break your neck, mate. Exams are coming on straight away. As long as you want to come on and obviously you're okay and all that, you always feel free. Whistle's got to go. There you go. The final whistle's gone. Czech Republic have gone through 2-0 winners against 10-man Holland there. The second Dillick got sent off in that early in the second half. It was only one team going to win this. Holland had chances. It was just they had a couple of chances in that second half. Nothing clear cut, but they had chances. Whereas the Czech Republic had the same amount of chances, but they finished their dinner, and that's why Holland are where they are, and they are out, and that's now they have looming questions over Frank de Boer and his future at the Holland job. Basically, will the Dutch FA keep blind faith in him in the hope it turns round after this performance? Considering they did have, as I said, an easy group getting to this point. The first hurdle, the knockouts, they've failed and flattered to deceive massively. Yeah, I'm the same with you. I can't imagine the vibe in Holland being that. I think literally every Holland fan's going to be calling for his head. I think there's going to be massive pressure on the Dutch FA to call it a day and move on and try and actually find another manager that actually will get the best out of this team, like Koeman was doing. But with that, we're going to wrap things up now. Guys, thanks for coming along. I will be back literally in an hour's time for Belgium versus Portugal, De Bruyne versus Ronaldo, whatever way you want to build it up. We'll be back for that. I'll be setting up the streaming literally for the next 5 to 10 minutes. Go and give that a like when it does pop up. Give yourself a reminder, and I'll see you then. If you're new to the channel, do subscribe, do smash the like button again, do share the content around. And until then, guys, as always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you.